You've been called to this video for a very specific reason. And if you stay with me for the next 10 minutes, it is going to change your life. Listen intently to what I'm going to share with you because it took me 33 years to realize what I'm going to share with you within these next 10 minutes. Chances are you're wanting more from your life. You've got big dreams, big aspirations. You've got this burning desire drawing up inside of you and you want to express it in the world. You've got a big heart, a big mission, and a hidden purpose that you want to tap and reveal and express and share with others in the world to bring lasting, positive influence and change to your life and to other people's. So let's have a conversation. The last 33 years, I have been on such a quest of personal and business growth and the human potential aspect of the growth and the versions of myself that I've changed into along the way have shown me unequivocally that we are masters. We can be masters in this life when we assume that for ourselves. And I'm going to make it really, really simple for you. Here are some of the key takeaways from my last 33 years that I'm observing and continue to observe as I awaken greater aspects of myself and help you to do the same. Because reality is malleable. It is a simulation. Consciousness interacts and interfaces with reality, the external world, through your imagination. And so I remember in those early days, my late teens and early 20s, where I really wanted a lot more for myself and for life. But here's what I focused on. As I look back over those 33 years, I realized that I achieved absolutely everything I gave my complete attention to. And at times it would be to almost the demise or the pruning of other areas of my life. So maybe it's family members, maybe it was, friends or colleagues that didn't get my attention in those moments or in those hours, in those months, in those years, because I was very specific about what I was going for. And that's the key for you is, are you specific, intentional, deliberate, and masterful in your focus? Because reflecting on these 33 years, I've wasted a lot of time and energy on things I did not actually want. I wasted a lot of energy on people that I did not vibrate with, that I had no intention of being in my world. And I don't say that callously or coming across in a mean way. It's mean that everyone has a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Everything has a purpose and a meaning that you assign, you ascribe to it. But are you specific about what you want? Because when I look back, everything I was specific about, every end that I saw before it happened in the outside world came to pass because I gave my complete attention to it. Those times where I didn't experience what I wanted, I asked myself, did I really want this? Did I really want it? Or was I chasing shiny stars or chasing two rabbits in a field? Because when I sit and was really honest with myself, and I ask you to do the same, and this is going to help you shift enormously, be 100% honest with yourself. Why do you want what you want? And you may say, because I want it. And that's fair enough. I want what I want because I want it. But is there a burning desire? Does it occupy space and time within yourself? Does it occupy enough space within your beingness, within your thoughts, within your feeling, within the rooms in your mansion, inside your vessel? Or is it just a fleeting thought that keeps you distracted, wanting more? Because all those times that we believe we want something, quite often those little nudges, I guess you could call them, are really distractions. I want this because I want to be distracted. I want the dopamine fix. I want this irritation to go away. Maybe I'm bored. Maybe I feel restless. Maybe I feel agitated in my restlessness. And if you sit and just observe yourself and ask the question, is what I'm desiring meaningful to me beyond getting it and then wanting the next thing. Because if you can give yourself completely to anything, it will happen. The outside world will reflect that back to you. That's 100% guaranteed. If you'll give yourself completely, your mind, your body, your soul, the energetics, if you move into that reality before the third dimension reflects it back to you, it must show up in the outside world. So over the 33 years of my personal reflection, keep it simple. Because as you awaken in your spiritual self, as you awaken in your mastery, you realize that complexity is replaced with simplicity. And what once first seemed complex in nature to the conscious mind and having to figure everything out now is simple and often reduced to one, maybe two at best, because the first domino is often the one that you're overlooking. What's the first domino? Say, well, I need more money to get the thing. No, you don't. The first domino is fixing your attention, giving your attention meaning so that the outcome is the object of your desire. The outcome is the object of your attention, not the moving parts in between. I expended so much energy in moving through the world, moving through segments of time and space, hustling and grinding. And I built great businesses, met a lot of great people. But I started days very early, sometimes 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and not finishing till 8, 9 o'clock at night. And it's tough. But while you're young, you've got the energy because you want to explore it all. But I'm saying to you now, keep it simple. Focus on one thing. Watch your first domino. Often the first domino is to fix your mind, fix your attention. And how do you do that? Learning to be present, learning to be here, not over there, not in the future, not dragging the past into the now and creating a predictable outcome that is only a match or a mirror of your past because you're not letting go of what was the former experience and what was your former identity and what was your former meaning that you've assigned or ascribed to things. When you're here now and you give your complete attention to your first domino, then you will see that you have untapped power, so much power at your disposal, at your hands. And so through your power, you can master your reality. It doesn't matter whether you want the traffic to calm or whether you want the shops to be quiet when you go and get great specials, or whether you want the next 2 or 10 clients to arrive and start working with you. It doesn't matter whether you want to shift from a career into your own business, or you want to walk again, or run again, or feel great in your body. There's so many variations that you can entertain and co-create with your higher version, with that self that is omnipresent, omnipotent, and powerful because you're accessing the now moment. So me speaking as a future self to my younger self, I would say, go after what you want, which is what I did, but be specific about what you want, which I was. And in those times where I felt restless, be still and wait for signals. Wait for the signal within you that says, I now know what I really want, instead of wasting time, leaking energy, running from here, there, and everywhere, getting tired, physically tired, mentally tired. Be here now, as Ram Dass would say. Be here. Everything is contained right now. And if you could have a supersonic microscope right into this nano moment, the sub particles, the sub elements of now, you would see that that is the fertile ground from which everything sprouts, from which everything grows. So whatever you desire, go to the end, as Neville Goddard would say. Live in that end experience and bring there, here, bring then, now, as he would say. Everything is now. So in growing businesses, raising capital, working with clients, raising families, traveling the world, moving houses, buying houses, whatever it is that you're doing, be here now and slow the mental chatter down by being here, understanding that you are incredibly powerful and it's the quiet master. It's the confident mastery that is always available to you. Not this bombastic, I need to show off and be in the world and larger than life, which is often covering up for its counterpart, which is the true version that doesn't feel that big and that compelled and that confident. So we all go through like an accordion, expansion and contraction throughout our life. And if you're hearing this for the first time and it's really helping you, I'd love you to comment below if this is helping you. And what are you getting from this right now? Because I know if you're still with me, you're getting something, you're receiving something. This message is speaking to the deeper part of you, the part of you that wants ease and flow, that wants more magic and majesty within yourself or within your realm, your reality. You can have whatever you want. You can experience whatever you want. You can manifest whatever you want. And you can do it deliberately, intentionally, masterfully from this moment and from the next series of moments that your conscious mind feels into, tunes into, and plants those seeds into your subconscious. And the subconscious, as the feminine principle, speaking to the superconscious, the all-connected field, the field of infinite intelligence. That's the place. That's the place. And I'll finish by saying this, that I would give a lot more credibility to my higher intelligence, to my higher self, my higher guidance, the team that is beyond the physical realm, the team of yours that is beyond the physical realm, to call them in, to see everything as an ally in your growth, your return to mastery, your return to wholeness, because it's the illusion. Separation is the illusion. The belief that you are not whole is the illusion. You were born whole, you were born fulfilled, you were born satisfied, accomplished, achieved, loved, and loving. So be here right now and sit in this moment and ask yourself, what is rising within me? What is rising within me that wants to be expressed in the world, wants to be shared in the world, wants to be manifested in the world? Maybe it's your own community. Maybe it's a budding, thriving business. Maybe it's a side hustle if you're working in a job. Maybe it's the health of your children, the health of your own being. Maybe it's the love of your life. Maybe it's moving countries. Maybe it's being the depths of spiritual awakening, accessing the highest realms and the deepest realms of wisdom. It's all available and it's all right here. Take time out of the third dimension. Chunk time down into the now. Stop your distractions. Stop the noise. Stop the excuses. Stop the blaming, stop the opinions, and observe yourself. It's all a learning curve, and there is no right and there is no wrong. Just is. What you are experiencing right now is. But if you want a new reality, a shift, be on the other side of the result. Do what you would be doing if what you wanted, what you desired, was already fulfilled. Do that thing, be that person, live that life. And everything in between from where you are now, envisioning yourself on the other side of the events that you believe need to happen, that will all be cleaned up, as Neville Goddard refers to as the bridge of incidents. Okay? And then you start to think about Steve Jobs. You can only look back through windows of time and connect the dots. You can only look backwards and connect the dots. But as you rise in your consciousness, as you expand in yourself, expand into who you really are, and awaken who you really are, acknowledge who you really are, accept and respect the power you really are, then you will be able to see the dots forming as you change within, as you start to cultivate this power within yourself, to focus exclusively on that first domino, to focus on the end, move yourself into the end. The greatest spiritual act ever, the greatest spiritual act you will ever perform is to bring your imagined desires, your imaginal acts into material form. That's the greatest spiritual act, because you must be aligned with the highest intelligence within yourself, as yourself, to bring imaginal states into being first, and then to have it reflected in a dense, low vibration, material world. That's a great spiritual act. So whether it's moving from wheelchair bound to walking or running, fantastic spiritual act. From poverty to riches, from moving from a 1-bedroom house to a 5-bedroom house, whatever it is, without judgment, it's all for you, it's all by you, and it's all through you. So this is the simplest way. What's the first domino? Focus your attention. Give your attention completely to what you want. And if you do not know what you want, then write down everything that you do not want and you do not want anymore. That will help reveal to you what you do want. And maybe it's peace, maybe it's security, maybe it's certainty, maybe it's freedom. They might feel nebulous to you now because you might not have experienced them before. And yet, your spirit knows, your soul knows what each and every one of those states feels like, because it already is all of those states. And the way to access those states, those preferred states, those deep desires, is right here, right now. You can create incredible things. You are incredible. So if this has helped shift a needle for you today, let me know below. I'm doing it a little bit differently. Let's speak out what is hidden. Let's bring from the shadows what wants to be revealed into light. Your highest potential is available for you to realize.